Mr. Chairman, I request unanimous consent to submit the following into the record. November 7th, 2022 letter from you and Rep. Grothman to Inspector General Sopka. October 25th, 2022 letter from you and Rep. Grothman to Inspector General Sopka. June 22nd, 22 letter from the Office of the Special Inspector General for Afghanistan Reconstruction to Congressional Committee chairs. And a February 1st, 2022 email exchange between individuals in the Office of SIGAR and the Department of State.
Without objection, so ordered.
Thank you. And each of these documents discuss and provide evidence of the Biden administration's actions to evade cooperation with SIGAR, which has been working on 5 separate reports requested by Congress. These reports discuss the underlying causes that led to the rapid collapse of Afghanistan, Afghan national defense and security forces, potential loss or compromise of U.S. reconstruction assistance resulting from the Taliban's return to power, the ramifications of the U.S. military and diplomatic withdrawal for national security and for the people of Afghanistan. Mr. Sopka, in particular, I thank you for your testimony. Last June, you informed this committee that the Biden administration was refusing to respond to requests for information. And you've given an update today. And quite frankly, I've not seen any public letters from the previous Democrat chair of this committee requesting that the administration comply and cooperate with you. You've indicated pretty conclusively that you've got a broad scope of information you need. You're not getting it. Sitting next to you are the Inspector Generals for those 3 agencies or departments. I hope that they will encourage that and look into that as well. But I want to specifically now direct the rest of my attention, Mr. Sopka, to you. There's been a number of public reports alleging that former President Ghani took money out when he fled. I know that you've tried to find it in your own report this time. I want to get to that. There's new documents that you've received alleging additional funds transferred at that time. Could be, they indicate that tens of millions of dollars in cash and gold bullion spirited out of the country through Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, and other neighboring countries. Can you elaborate on what you know so far and what more information you need from this administration to conduct that investigation?
Thank you very much for asking about that. That's a recent investigation that we've opened up. We have sources who have given us that information. I can't really discuss it in much detail, but it covers about the 6 months to a year before the actual collapse. This information indicates tens of millions of dollars, if we can confirm it, that's the thing, right, in gold bullion and in currency that left the country through those 3 stands, Uzbekistan, I think Tajikistan, and maybe Kyrgyzstan. I can't really tell you much more. We're digging into that information. It came to our attention recently. I will report back once we can. We don't know if we're going to be able to make the case. Some of this information is old. We're actually in the process of translating a lot of this information right now, but I can't really tell you much more. It seems credible to some of my investigators who have been working for me for 20 years and they're retired law enforcement agents, but we still don't know what we have.
Are you getting cooperation from U.S. agencies and departments in that investigation?
Yes, but they're law enforcement agencies. It's not the policy people at State and Aid and DOD.
Okay, all right. Let's talk about something else. And this is really, we were led to believe that the Afghan government and the Afghan military was going to be able to hold out for some significant period of time post-withdrawal. And not only that the government, even though, odd to say, we were providing more than half of their revenue for government purposes, we were told that they were going to be able to hang in there. How did the intelligence community get it so wrong?
I can't really speak for the intelligence community. I mean, when we briefed our reports to the intelligence community, we would always ask them, and I can't reveal what they're saying in an unclassified, we always ask them is, are we wrong? And they would come back and say, no. So I don't know who was telling which administration that things were going really well, but if you read our reports, and if you read some of the reports from my fellow IGs, particularly the former DOD IG, you could not believe the Afghan government was going to survive, particularly when we withdrew our troops, particularly when we withdrew our air support, and particularly when we withdrew the contractors. I don't really know who would actually have thought the Afghan government was going to survive. And in January, I believe, I issued a report and talked to this committee, the January of that year, that the Air Force itself was saying that the Afghan Air Force, once the contractors left, would collapse within a matter of months. So everybody, this was the worst kept secret in Washington about the capability of the Afghan government to survive. Again, I'm just shocked. It's like the number 300,000 Afghan soldiers and police. I don't know who is telling the administration there were 300,000 Afghan soldiers and police toward the end. Nobody we talked to ever said that that number was near there. We had reports that half of those people were probably ghosts. We were paying their salaries, but they didn't exist. So, I mean, there is a lot of things floating around, and I don't know who is in the intelligence community, not the people we were talking to, because they all agreed with our assessments, our negative assessments. I don't know who is putting this information out and what's the basis for it.
Thank you, my time's.
Hey, before you click on the next video, if y'all could do me a big favor and hit that like button. The algorithm loves it, and so do I, because it helps promote these videos and get the message out about what our government has been doing. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications, because every time I put out a video, you want to know about it, right? Thanks again, and have a good one. See you on the next one. Peace.